Oh, yes. Damn. I shall have to take you back in time to that year 1991, as a matter of fact. Early on, when furry fandom was first beginning to become known as a phenomenon of itself. It is a fandom. It's not just a bunch of artists who like furry stuff. There are lots of people out there.
Yes.
It was getting its name. It became known as furry. There was one furry convention, and that convention was held in Southern California. For reasons of their own, for good or ill, the organizers of that convention felt that the way to increase membership was to market the convention as a no-holds-barred sexual romp. You know, come have this orgy party with us with our furry costumes. It increased membership, all right, but the sort of membership that it attracted, I found distasteful.
Right.
And the thing was, people didn't want to go anymore, but it was the only furry convention around. So here, people would go to this convention and kind of go through what looked like Pride Fest on meth in the lobby to go to their rooms to sit with their friends. And then other conventions started to pop up. Albany Amphicon was formed. Over in Europe, Eurofurence came about. Later on, something called Midwest Fur Fest started to crop up. And these conventions, as a reaction to the awful atmosphere of that original convention, tried to implement very, very stringent standards of conduct. That is not the image we want to present to the world. So, I mean, look at these standards of conduct of your average furry convention. They are, somebody described it at one time like a Catholic school Halloween party.
I like that.
And it's true, that's what it is. You go to an anime convention, you go to a science fiction convention, you got, you know, the women hanging around with their titties held together with 3 pieces of chainmail and you know, the thing, what the hell is that? Has it any clothes at all? I don't know. You don't have that at furry conventions. Anime conventions, you got tentacles raping little girls everywhere you turn. You don't have that at furry conventions. But first impressions are lasting impressions. The world's first view of furry fandom was that disgusting escapade in Southern California, and we have been saddled with that horribly heavy albatross around our collective neck for the past near 20 years. The misconception that furries are a bunch of sex-crazed, oh no, furries are young people. One could argue they're one and the same, but as one radio shock jock was trying to goad me into, it's all about sex. You furries are all about, you go to there have sex, you go to have sex in that convention, you go to have sex, you're having sex, and I finally said, all right, I admit it. Furries are the only human beings who have sex, and you're just jealous. That shut him down. I'm proud of that.
Very nice.
Yep. So that is the misconception that furry fandom is all about, you know, orgies. It's all about sexual deviance. It's all about you being gay and blah, blah, blah. It's not. It's about thinking that cartoon animals are really, really cool.
Yes.
And getting out from under that image has been something I've been working on for the longest time, but for every step forward I take, somebody shoves me back a mile. We are our own worst enemy because, well, if you've ever gone to a family reunion, you guys at home, you've been to the family reunion, right? Mm. And you all know that at the family reunion, you've got dozens and dozens and hundreds and billions of people, and Uncle Frank always shows up. Uncle Frank is the one who sits by himself in the corner. You can't not invite him because he's family, but you don't want the kids going and talking to Uncle Frank.
We have one of those at our Christmas parties.
There you go. Furry fandom has, every now and then, Uncle Frank showing up.
Yes.
You know, he's a furry, he's not a bad guy. Okay, just why is it that when the media shows up, Uncle Frank's the one that they find?